What's up, you guys? It's Monday. Woo! Monday! Yeah! Almost done with Veda. Got about another week left. And I just gotta say, this has been exhausting. Oh my gosh. Like, I cannot believe there are people who do this every single day and don't have it as like a day job. Like, this would be absolutely exhausting. I had a pretty uneventful weekend. I don't think I even left my house on Sunday. I felt like crap. I had this horrible cold, and I was like, I can't breathe. And also, you know, the rash I was telling you about earlier, yeah, it's like a billion times worse. Can you see this? Oh my gosh. It's so bad. And it's been like weeping and crap, and I was like, oh, gross. And all my kids today were like, ew, that's so gross. And I was like, sorry, can't do anything about it. But I believe that the source of the rash has finally arisen. My mother, who was very, very smart, put two and two together and figured it out. She said, hey, you remember how you worked in yards last week? Yeah, you probably touched some poison ivy. And I was like, oh, that's probably accurate. Oh, gotcha. So at least the origin of the rash is now known. Huzzah. I am absolutely loving the clouds right now. It's that weird, ethereal looking, you know, cloud formation where shafts of light just kind of come down and just go through it, and it looks like a painting or something, or it looks like angels are like about to pop out of the sky or something. She said shift. So if you missed it on Saturday, I did a review of Oblivion. Didn't really like it, not my cup of tea. But in addition to Oblivion, last week I also watched the movie Argo, which was nominated for like a butt ton of Oscars and won Best Picture, I think. I'll look it up. So the dealio is that this group of people were in the U.S. Embassy in Iran, I want to say, and the Iran consulate got overtaken, and they all got captured, except for these 6 individuals who actually got out the back door and went to hide at the Canadian Embassy. And so there's this secret operation to try to get them out of the country secretively without causing a huge, you know, diplomatic, oh my gosh. They come up with all these craptastic plans, but the best plan they come up with is to create a fake movie called Argo, which they are going to supposedly go and shoot there in the country, and then go back out of the country with these individuals who are part of the film crew. And I was like, oh, that's genius. There's no way that this would work, but it's awesome. And the thing is, it really did happen. Like, it's history, and somebody actually did this, and they won awards for it, and they were amazing. I think one of the best parts of the movie, though, is this ongoing joke that everything is just, this whole movie project is crazy, and it's not going to work. And if anybody asks questions about it, you just say, Argo, yourself. I was like, that's hilarious. So lately, a big divide has become very evident between myself and my students. It's not so much a difference between urban and rural, which is kind of the case. It's also a physical versus digital kind of divide. I very much prefer to sit at home and watch TV and be on a computer and interact with people in a non-face-to-face kind of way. But my kids, they're fully willing to just jump down your throat and get in a fist fight. Like I said, that's not a difference between rural and urban. I mean, there's urban kids who are going to get into a fight just as easily. It's more of like a complete mindset difference. For example, I'm helping one of my seniors write an essay about gun control, and anytime I ever bring up gun control over there, it's always like, everybody should have a gun, and nobody should ever be without a gun, and you can't survive without a gun, and how are you going to survive in this situation if you don't have a gun? I mean, like, literally, that's how their mentality is. And I can see from their point of view, I mean, I really can, but I come from a completely different world. I mean, I grew up in a household with guns, but I never used them. I never saw my parents use them. We never had a need to use them. They were just there as kind of an extra precaution. But I don't think I'd be able to live with myself if I actually used a weapon, like a gun, against someone else. I'm not a physical person. I don't want to inflict pain on anybody, ever. That just, it's heart-wrenching to me. If we can't talk it out with words, or call the cops and have them deal with it, it's like, I don't know how to deal with a situation like that. And my kid's answer is, well, buy a gun and get trained and know how to shoot it. And I'm like, yeah, that seems like an easy solution, but I don't think that they're connecting the death, you know, what death means with their desire to own these guns. Death is permanent. Death is forever. That's it. You know, once you kill somebody, they're dead. You have to deal with the fact that you killed that person for the rest of your life. And I don't think I can deal with that. I honestly cannot be responsible for someone else's death. Even if it was like a car accident or something like that, I'd still be just torn up inside for the rest of my life. Just because I'd killed someone. I'd taken away their life. I mean, life is precious. Everyone deserves to live their life to the fullest, you know, with safety, of course, without endangering anyone else. But, I don't know. I just don't see eye to eye with my kids on this one. Well, many points, but on this one point in particular. And now it's time for a segment called Exotic Family Vacation Destinations from My Childhood. One of the strangest places we ever went on a family vacation was this place called the Big Well in Greensburg, Kansas. It was just like this janky little shack with this well, apparently. The well was the deepest hand-dug well ever, I guess, up to that point, something like that. And it had this janky little museum behind it, and inside the museum was stuff about the well and things that people had found in it over the years. But there was also this meteor in the back. Why? I don't know, but it was like the largest meteorite ever found in Kansas, and also the museum had a bunch of Wizard of Oz stuff for like no good reason whatsoever. But apparently they've renovated the place since then, so it's a little less janky nowadays. Strange place, worth a visit. Alright, thanks for watching. Tune in tomorrow for the next day of Veda. See you later. Bye!